Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Larks Park here in Hayes, Kansas, for Game 2 of 3 between the Liberal BJs and your Hayes Larks. We're going to run through the Larks starting lineup for you real quick. Leading off and playing second base tonight will be number 1, Jonathan Soberanis. Batting second, DHing this evening will be number 6, Nick Jones. Third in the order tonight, playing right field, will be number 16, Jacob Boston, followed by first baseman, number 27, Spencer Packard. Batting fifth tonight will be the third baseman, number 20, Alex Weiss, followed by left fielder, number 32, Trevor Boone. Batting seventh tonight will be the center fielder, number 4, Keone Givens. Eighth in the lineup this evening will be the catcher, number 18, Mikey Gangwish. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, will be number 5, Max Remy. Making the pitching start for Hayes tonight will be number 19, Walter Pennington. Finishing his warm-up tosses, we will be ready for baseball here in just a moment. The Larks are in their all-white uniforms tonight with the red undershirts, red numerals, and Larks in cursive across the chest. Normal red hats with blue bills. Liberal will be in their powder blue uniforms, red sleeves, red numerals. Leading off for the BJs tonight will be the center fielder, number 1, Nate Crossman. Pennington works out of the stretch, delivers the first pitch of the game in there for a strike. Game time, 7:05 this evening. Second pitch by Pennington. A little bit inside for a ball, and the count is 1-1. Very warm, 93 degrees out tonight at first pitch. It is also very windy. Third pitch of the game is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2 on the Liberal leadoff hitter. Pennington comes set, delivers the 1-2. Ground ball past the diving Soberanis, and that will be a base hit for the leadoff hitter. Hitting for Liberal will be the shortstop, number 2, Zach Cook. Pennington in the stretch comes set, delivers the first pitch. Cook will look to bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1 outside. Zach Cook shifts across the diamond this evening, was at second base last night, will be playing shortstop this evening. Pennington comes set, delivers. Cook will square to bunt. He gets it down. Pennington will field his position, turn, fire, and throws it low. Packard will not be able to field the throw at first, and that is an error on the pitcher, Walter Pennington. Will put runners on first and third. Coming to the plate now for Liberal after the Hayes error will be the first baseman, number 8, Cale O'Donnell. Both of Hayes' losses so far this season, errors have come into play and been the major factor in their defeat. Pennington comes set and delivers the first pitch. O'Donnell lines it over the first baseman, Packard. That is a fair ball. Will score 1. Cook will round second, run to third. And O'Donnell is in with a sliding double. It is 1-0 Liberal. And the first 3 batters of the game have reached for Liberal. Not a good start for Walter Pennington tonight.
Garrett is the left fielder tonight. Second time he started at that position.
Coming to the plate for Liberal will be the left fielder, number 23, Garrett Scott. First pitch by Pennington, low for a ball.
And it's 1-0.
Still nobody out here in the top of the first from Hayes. Liberal already leading 1-0. Second pitch to Scott. Another ball low, 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes to Garrett Scott. Out of Western Texas College, headed to Arkansas Little Rock.
Pennington comes set, delivers the 2-0. Foul ball down the first base side.
He hit to a double play late last night. But he hit the ball hard. First
Liberal making very good contact to begin tonight's contest.
to the first baseman. That was in the ninth.
Pennington will get his sign from Gangwish. Comes set, delivers the 2-1.
High out.
High and away, and it is 3-1.
1 is the count to Garrett Scott. Austin on drew up next for the BJs. Struck for a run here in the first.
BJ runners on second and third here in the first with nobody out. Here comes the 3-1. Ground ball to Soberanis. It will be another base hit. One will score,
And it's 2-0 BJs.
and
They hold O'Donnell at
that is an RBI single for Garrett Scott, and it is 2-0 Liberal here in the first.
runners at the corner. Still nobody out for Austin Ott. Good start for the Austin stands in.
Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the designated hitter, number 14, Austin Ott. Still nobody out here for Hayes. The first 4 men of the ballgame have reached.
RBI.
Pennington comes set and delivers.
Austin looks a little
Slider on the outside corner for a strike. Runners are on the corners for Liberal.
BJs have O'Donnell on third and Scott on first.
Pennington will fire to first and check on Scott.
Larks had their way against the BJs here last year, winning 2 out of
Pennington comes set and delivers. High for a ball.
1-0 pitch high. 1-1.
1-1 the count now on Austin Ott. Pennington will come set and deliver. Outside corner again. Count is 1-2
There's a strike on the outside edge of the plate.
on the BJ righty
2 is the count.
out of Cal State San Marcos. Pennington will deliver.
Pitch. Breaking ball.
Foul ball straight back.
Larks Arcade. Saturday night. We expect we'll have a good crowd. Mostly shaded for the fans underneath me right now.
Comes the pitch by Pennington. Fly ball, foul again down the right side and out of play.
It's all Cavalier Field all dressed up and ready for their night of action against El Dorado. They'll start at 7:30 tonight up at Cavalier Field.
Comes the pitch by Pennington, is low and in for a ball. And it is 2-2 to Austin Ott.
Last night.
Pennington delivers the 2-2.
There's a
Flare into right center field. Givens on the run, dives, will not get there. Another run will score. That will be a double for Ott, and it is 3-0 Liberal. Still nobody out in the top of the first.
3-0 BJs. What a start. Like a volcanic eruption.
After the double by Ott, runners will be on second and third. It will trigger a mound visit by Coach Keith Harper.
Keith Harper, the pitching coach, is out clapping his hands together, trying to keep everything upbeat. But at the same time, they do send help down to their bullpen. This is out of play over to the left. Hear the wind on the crowd mic tonight, blowing straight in at us. But in theory, anyway, wind blowing in, you score a few here in the first.
Two pitchers make their way out to the bullpen for Hayes here in the top of the first inning. 3 runs already in, nobody out for Pennington. Not the start he was looking for this evening. Coming to the plate for Liberal will be the third baseman, number 27, Gage Tier. Tier pinch hit last night and singled. Pennington comes set and delivers the first pitch. In there for a strike, looking to get the first out of the inning any way possible. Pennington gets his sign from Gangwish, comes set and delivers the 0-1 slider outside for a ball. Comes the pitch by Pennington. Ground ball to the shortstop, Remy. Remy charges, fields, throws out of first, and that is the first out of the inning. Garrett Scott will come down to score, and it is 4-0 Liberal here in the top of the first. Coming to the plate now for Liberal with 1 out will be the catcher, number 37, Kyle Schmidt. Pennington delivers the first pitch outside for a ball. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball foul. Pennington comes set and delivers the 1-1. In there for a strike. Pennington will deliver. Line drive, foul down the right side. Schmidt will step back into the box, down 1-2 in the count. Pennington gets his sign, comes set, and delivers. Ground ball to the third baseman, Weiss. Weiss fields, throws to first, and records the second out of the inning. Runner will hold at third. With 2 outs in the top of the first inning, the batter for Liberal will be the second baseman, number 4, Brennan Rhodes. Pennington comes set and delivers the first pitch. Slider high for a ball. Here comes the second pitch of the at-bat by Pennington. Low, and it's ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 from Walter. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Walter comes set and delivers the 2-1. In there for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Pennington comes set, delivers the 2-2. Ground ball to second baseman Soberenis. Soberenis fields, flips to Packard, and that is the inning. However, Liberal strikes for 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 Lark error, and 1 man left on base. At the end of the half inning, it is Liberal 4, Hayes coming to bat. And we're back here on the Larks Network, getting ready for the bottom of the first. Larks already trail 4-0 in tonight's contest. Leading off for Hayes will be the second baseman, number 1, Jonathan Soberanis. Making the start tonight for Liberal will be number 33, Sam Beatty, a left-handed senior out of Oklahoma Panhandle State. He is ready and will deliver the first pitch to Soberanis. In there for a strike.
Leadoff hitter is 5 out of 21, hitting .238 for Hayes. Right-handed hitter against the lefty Beatty.
Comes the second pitch by Beatty. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit, and Soberanis is on with a single.
That brings up Nick Jones.
Coming to the plate now for Hayes will be the designated hitter, number 6, Nick Jones. Went 3 for 4 at the plate last evening. Very good night at the plate. Beatty out of the stretch will come set, peer over at Soberanis, and deliver the first pitch. Ground ball to Tier. Tier throws to the second baseman Rhodes, and he will hold it. And Jones will reach on a fielder's choice. Coming to the plate now for Hayes will be the right fielder, number 16, Jacob Boston. Boston with the only RBI of the game last night in the 1-0 Hayes win. Here comes the first pitch by Beatty, off speed, inside corner for a strike.
Lost to Dodge City on Sunday night. Remember, they scored those 2 unearned runs in first.
Beatty gets his sign, comes set, and delivers the 0-1 to Boston. Swung on and missed, and Jacob is down 0-2.
Sam pitched 5 2/3. 1 earned run.
Jones takes his lead from first. Beatty will come set, will not even give Jones a look, and delivers high for a ball. 1-2 to Jacob Boston. Boston 1 hit last night. He is hitting 167 so far in the summer. Comes the 1-2 delivery. Boston ground ball to the shortstop Cook. Cook flips it over to Rhodes. Rhodes will record the out at second and hold again. And on the fielder's choice, there are 2 down in the bottom of the first. Coming to the plate now for Hayes with 2 outs will be the first baseman, number 27, Spencer Packard.
Force out, 2 outs. Now here's Spencer Packard.
Packard digs in on the left side. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch by Beatty is in there for a strike.
1-1. Packard was 2 out of 4 last night.
Packard was 2 of 4 last night.
6 out of 17 on the season.
Here comes the second pitch by Beatty. A little bit outside for a ball.
Basically for the BJs, the catcher is Kyle Schmidt. Cale O'Donnell at first. Second baseman Brendan.
Beatty comes set, delivers. Packard takes a fastball low, and the count is 2-1.
Left field for the BJs.
Spencer looking to keep the inning alive here in the first. Up 2-1 in the count. Here comes the pitch. Off speed in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2. A single and 2 fielders' choices so far here in the inning to get where we are at. 2 outs, runner on first base. Here comes the 2-2 to Packard. Fastball away, and the count is full. Jones will be running on the pitch here with 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Packard digs back in and is ready for the payoff pitch. Ground ball to the right side. O'Donnell fields the short hop and runs to first base by himself to retire the side. For the Larks in the bottom of the first inning, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no Liberal errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1 inning, it's Liberal 4, Larks nothing. Welcome back to the Larks Network here in Hays, Kansas. Larks trail 4-0 entering the top of the second inning. Leading off for Liberal here in the second will be the right fielder, number 12, Chad Kennedy. First pitch by Pennington, swung on and missed for a strike. Pennington delivers the second pitch. Misses for a ball. It is 1-1. Pennington working quick here in the second. Foul ball straight back. 1-2 is the count.
Right, sun, temperature in the low 90s here in Hays as we start the game. Warm one. Very windy. Quite as hot as it is in Liberal, but very similar. Curveball strike.
Curveball on the outside corner. Catches Kennedy looking for strike 3, and that is the first out of the inning. A better start for Walter here in the top of the second. Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the top of the order. Center fielder number 1, Nate Crossman. Crossman singled and came around to score last inning. Comes the first delivery by Pennington. Foul ball. Is hot and windy tonight here in Hays, 93 degrees. Wind is out of the south at 22 miles an hour. Just a normal spring summer day in Kansas. Pitch by Pennington, misses low and away, and it is 1-1 on Crossman. Pitch by Pennington, fouled out of play down the right-hand side. Pennington gets his sign from Gangwish, comes set and delivers. Low, and it is 2-2. Comes the 2-2 by Pennington. Ground ball fielded by third baseman Weiss. Weiss sets his feet, fires to first, and records the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the shortstop, number 2, Zach Cook. Cook reached on an error by pitcher Pennington in the first and came around to score. Comes the first pitch. Check swing, foul ball down the left-hand side. 0-1 is the count. Pennington comes set and delivers.
No at bat.
Check swing. He went around, and it is 0-2.
Third strike, 0-2 now the count.
Pennington gets his sign, comes set and delivers the 0-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that is the inning. Liberal goes quickly and quietly, 1-2-3 in the top of the second. After 1.5, it's Liberal 4, Larks nothing. And we're back here on the Larks Network here in Hays, Kansas, Larks Park. Leading off for Hays in the bottom of the second will be the third baseman, number 20, Alex Weiss. Sam Beatty back to the mound for Liberal. Delivers the first pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Weiss steps in and readies for the 0-1 pitch by Beatty. Fastball away for a ball, and it is 1-1. Comes the delivery by Beatty. Bounces for a ball, and it is 2-1 on the Larks' third baseman. Beatty working out of the windup. Delivers the 2-1 pitch. Low and away, and it is 3-1 to Alex Weiss, leading off for Hays here in the second inning. Comes the 3-1. Fouled straight back. Fills up the count at 3-2. Beatty is ready, delivers the payoff pitch to Alex Weiss. Weiss, ground ball past the pitcher. Beatty, fielded by Cook, steps and throws to O'Donnell to retire Weiss, and he is the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for Hays will be the left fielder, number 32, Trevor Boone. Making just his third appearance for the Larks here this summer. Steps into the right side. It's the first pitch. Outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Comes the second pitch. Low and in. Evens the count at 1 to Trevor. Trevor has 1 home run so far this summer, a 2-run shot on Wednesday night against Dodge. Comes the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 1-2 the count now on Boone. Delivers Soft line drive into the hole, fielded in the grass by Rhodes. Rhodes turns and throws out at first. And Boone is the second out of the inning.
Rhodes made that play from the outfield grass. He ranged way over to his left, got to it, and then had to set his feet right around his second.
Coming to the plate now with 2 outs in the second for Hayes will be the center fielder, number 4, Keone Givens, freshman out of Oklahoma. Beatty delivers. Givens bunts. Fairly good bunt. Givens, good speed down the line. There will be no play, and that is a single for Givens.
First baseman, a pitcher who's a lefty and falls off a little bit toward third. That was a perfect bunt.
Very good bunt by Keone to reach here in the second. Coming to the plate now for Hayes will be the catcher, number 18, Mikey Gangwish. Mikey in his second summer with the Larks. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here comes the first pitch by Beatty. A little bit outside and low, and it is 1-0. Beatty comes set, looks at Givens at first, and delivers the 1-0. Fastball fouled out of play down the left-hand side. Comes the 1-1 pitch to Mikey. Curveball a little bit high. 2-1 the count now. Givens takes a fairly large lead at first base. Comes the 2-1. Givens goes. Swung on, missed by Gangwich. Throw is a good one by Schmidt, and Kyle Schmidt will gun Givens down, trying to steal second base. That is the third out of the inning for the Larks. In the bottom of the second, they scored no runs, 1 hit, no Liberal errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 2 complete, Liberal BJs 4, your Hayes Larks nothing. And we are back here on the Larks Network, ready for the top of the third inning. Leading off for Liberal will be the first baseman, number 8, Cale O'Donnell. RBI double in his first appearance. Pennington's first pitch is an off-speed ball outside part of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Pennington comes set, delivers. Ground ball by O'Donnell, foul down the left-hand side. Quickly 0-2. Comes the 0-2. O'Donnell fouls a ball out of play down the right-hand side. Count remains 0-2. comes the 0-2. Check swing. He went, and that is a strikeout for Walter Pennington. His third of the night. Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the left fielder, number 23, Garrett Scott. Scott singled and scored in the 4-run first inning for the BJs. Pennington out of the stretch, comes set, delivers the first pitch. In there for a strike. Comes the second pitch by Pennington. Outside, but Scott went around, and it is quickly 0-2. Walter delivers. A little bit high, and it is 1-2. Pennington delivers the 1-2 to Scott. Scott grounds a ball. Diving play by Weiss will not corral it, and it is a one-out single by Garrett Scott. Coming to the plate for Liberal with 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the third will be the designated hitter, number 14, Austin Ott. First pitch by Walter. Curveball in the zone for a strike. Pennington gets his sign, comes set, peers over at Scott, and delivers. Fly ball down the right-hand side, foul and out of play. Very good crowd here in Hayes tonight for this Saturday night contest. Fans are still piling in here in the third. Pennington checks on Scott and throws over to first. Pennington delivers. Fouled off straight back and out of play. Count is 0-2 on Ott. Pennington gets set and will deliver the 0-2. Low for a ball. Gangwish fires to first, but Ott is back safely. Comes the 1-2 by Walter Pennington. Ground ball straight up the middle. Soberanis will field. Throws it to Remy. Remy fires to first. For the 4-6-3 double play. And that is the inning. In the top of the third for Liberal, they score no runs on 1 hit. No Larks errors. Nobody left. At the end of 2.5, it's Liberal 4, your Hayes Larks, nothing. We are back here on the Larks Network, ready for the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate for Hayes will be the catcher, number 18, Mikey Gangwich. Grounds the first pitch to Cook at short. Cook will not field cleanly, and Gangwish will reach, and they will call that a hit for Mikey. Third hit of the ball game for the Larks. Coming to the plate now for Hayes. 1 on, nobody out in the third will be the shortstop, number 5, Max Remy. Remy, a freshman out of Austin P. Beatty comes set and delivers the first pitch, low and away. Gangwish struggles to get back. Schmidt will fire to first, but will not get Mikey. He is in safely on a very close play. Remy back into the box, readies himself for the 0-1 pitch. Remy, ground ball right to Rhodes. Rhodes flips to Cook, throws to first, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. And there are 2 outs for Hayes in the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate now for Hayes with 2 down in the third will be the leadoff hitter, second baseman number 1, Jonathan Soberanis. He singled in the first inning to lead off the game for Hayes. Beatty out of the windup delivers the first pitch. Outside corner for a strike, and it is 0-1. Comes the 0-1. High and tight for a ball. Evens the count at 1 on Jonathan. Comes the delivery. Soberanis drives the ball to left field. Scott on his way back will make the play, and that is the inning for the Larks. In the bottom of the third, they score no runs, 1 hit, no Liberal errors, and nobody left on base. The end of 3 complete. Liberal 4, Larks nothing. And we're back here on the Larks Network in Hayes, Kansas, ready for the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for Liberal will be the third baseman, number 27, Gage Tier. First pitch by Pennington is on the outside corner for a strike. Tier grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning, but recorded an RBI. Comes the pitch by Pennington, fouled off out of play down the right-hand side. Quickly 0-2 on Tier. Pennington out of the stretch. Delivers the 0-2. Ground ball Dive by Remy will not get there, and that is a leadoff single.
Each tier is 2 of 3 in the series. That brings up Kyle Schmidt. Leadoff man on.
Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the catcher, number 37, Kyle Schmidt. Pennington delivers the first pitch. Low for a ball. Comes the 1-0. Outside corner for a strike, evens the count at 1. Tier takes his lead off of first. Pennington comes set. Delivers the 1-1. Ground ball. Diving play by Weiss off his glove. Will have no play. And Schmidt is on with a single. Coming to the plate now for Liberal with 2 on, nobody out here in the fourth will be the second baseman, number 4, Brennan Rhodes. Rhodes grounded to Soberenis in his first appearance tonight. There comes the pitch. Squares to bunt. Takes a strike. 0-1. Pennington gets his sign from Gangwish. Comes set and delivers the 0-1. Rhodes squares to bunt, gets it down. Packard fields, only play is to first for the first out of the inning. Runners advance to second and third on the sac bunt by Rhodes. Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the right fielder, number 12, Chad Kennedy. Kennedy struck out looking in the second inning. Runners on second and third, 1 out here. First pitch, ground ball. The second baseman, Soberenis. Soberenis looks to runner back, throws to Packard at first, and that is the second out of the inning.
Hold off that ever so slightly.
Will bring the top of the lineup back to the plate for Liberal. Center fielder Nate Crossman, the batter. 2 down in the top of the fourth. First pitch by Pennington, swung on and missed. It is 0-1 on the Liberal center fielder. Pennington out of the stretch. Comes set, delivers the 0-1. Ground ball off the plate. Right to Pennington. Pennington turns, fires, makes the play at first. A nice play by Pennington to retire the BJ fourth for Liberal. They scored no runs on 2 hits, no Larks errors, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 3.5, Liberal 4, Larks nothing. And we are back here in Hayes, Kansas. Ready for the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for Hayes will be the second baseman, or excuse me, the DH, number 6, Nick Jones. 1-0 count to Jones. Here comes Beatty's second pitch. Outside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 1. Beatty out of the windup. Delivers the 1-1. Swung on and missed by Jones. Looks like he didn't know whether he wanted to swing. Ended up flailing at it. And he is down 1-2 in the count. Comes the 1-2 by Beatty. Jones looks at strike 3, and he is the first out of the inning for the Larks. Coming to the plate now for Hayes, the right fielder, number 16, Jacob Boston. Boston swings and misses at an off-speed pitch low, and it is 0-1. Sam Beatty doing a very good job for Liberal in the early goings here, keeping the Larks off balance. Boston ready for the 0-1. Takes the second pitch in there, and it is 0-2 quickly for the Larks right fielder. Here comes the 0-2 by Sam Beatty. Jacob Boston takes strike 3 looking. Doesn't appear that he likes the call, but he is the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for Hayes with 2 down in the bottom of the fourth will be the first baseman, number 27, Spencer Packard. Packard grounded to the first baseman in the first pitch by Beatty. Curveball high for a ball. Beatty delivers the pitch. Line drive up the middle. That is a 2-out base hit by Spencer. Coming to the plate now for Hayes will be the third baseman, number 20, Alex Weiss. 1 on, 2 outs here for the Larks. In the bottom of the fourth, trailing 4-0 so far tonight. Beatty out of the stretch. Gets his sign come set. Looks over at Packard and delivers. Weiss swings through the first delivery. 0-1. Comes the 0-1. Low for a ball. One count to Weiss. Beatty comes set and delivers. Outside and a little low, and it is 2-1 on the Larks' third baseman. Comes the 2-1. Fly ball, right field. Kennedy has it sized up, will range to his left and make the catch to retire the Larks. For Hayes in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. After 4 complete, Liberal BJ's 4, Hayes Larks, nothing. And we are back here on the Larks Network in hot and windy Hays, Kansas. Getting ready for the top of the fifth inning. Leading off for Liberal will be the shortstop number 2, Zach Cook. Cook is 0 for 2 on the evening, reached on an error in the first inning. Walter Pennington back to the mound for the Larks, delivers the first pitch of the inning. Ground ball foul off to the left side. Pennington out of the stretch, comes set, delivers the 0-1 to Cook. Another foul ball, this time off to the right, and it is quickly 0-2 on the BJ shortstop. Here is the 0-2 by Walter Pennington. Foul ball towards the Larks dugout. Count remains 0-2. Lefty on lefty matchup here in the fifth. Comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed. And that is a strikeout for Pennington. It's his fourth of the evening. Will bring to the plate for Liberal the first baseman, number 8, Cale O'Donnell. O'Donnell doubled home a run in the first and struck out in the third. He is 1 for 2 on the evening. Steps in on the right side. First pitch by Pennington. Fly ball. Foul ball will reach the grass beyond the Liberal dugout for a strike. Pennington out of the stretch. Ready to deliver the 0-1 to O'Donnell. Way inside, and it is 1-1. Comes set, delivers. A little bit outside, and it is 2-1 on the BJ first baseman. Comes the 2-1. Line drive foul, backing out of play. 1-2 is the count. Larks winners last night in Game 1 of this weekend series. They won 1-0. Comes the 1-2. Ground ball, third baseman Weiss. Weiss fields, steps, throws across the diamond to first, and that is the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for Liberal with 2 down in the top of the fifth will be the left fielder, number 23, Garrett Scott. Scott is 2 for 2 on the evening with 2 singles, also scored a run. First pitch is a curve, missing inside, 1-0. Comes the 1-0. That one catches the corner, and it is 1-1. Comes the 1-1 by Pennington. Ground ball. Weiss runs in, fields, throws to first, and the out is recorded to retire the side. For Liberal in the fifth, they are retired in order. Going to the bottom of the fifth inning, BJ's 4, Larks nothing. And we're back here on the Larks Network from Hayes, Kansas. Taylor Wassinger hanging out with you tonight. Getting ready for the bottom of the fifth. Leading off for Hayes will be the left fielder, number 32, Trevor Boone. Sam Beatty back to the mound, delivers the first pitch. Missing low for ball one.
BJ's, as we talked about with Coach Parker in the pregame show, have an ERA of 1.56.
Comes the 1-0 delivery by Beatty outside. It is 2-0 to the
Trevor Boone,
Oklahoma State product.
2 up for Hayes. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lined up and
Comes the windup and the 2-0 delivery. Boone takes changeup in there for strike one.
Hayes now fighting it. They've only scored 1 run.
Comes the 2-1 by Beatty. Driven to deep left center. Crossman is back. Wind will knock it down. And Crossman makes the play for out number one.
That ball
Very, very well struck ball by Boone, but he just hit it to the wrong part of the park, and with the wind blowing in, it was knocked down, and he is retired. Coming to the plate for the Larks will be the center fielder, number 4, Keone Givens. Bunt single back in the second was caught stealing. Comes the first pitch by Beatty. Soft line drive into center field, and that is a base hit for Givens. 2 for 2 on the evening. Coming to the plate now for Hayes with 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. The catcher, number 18, Mikey Gangwish. Beatty out of the stretch, delivers the first pitch. Gangwish bunts for a hit. Barehanded play by Beatty. Underhand toss to the first baseman, O'Donnell, for the second out of the inning. Givens advances to second. Coming to the plate with 2 outs for the Larks will be the shortstop, number 5, Max Remy. Remy is 0 for 1, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the third. Comes the first delivery by Beatty to Remy. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs in the fifth. First pitch is a fastball. In there for strike one. Comes the second pitch of the AB to Remy. Runner goes, bloop, into right field. That will get down and will be an RBI single for Remy as Givens comes around to score, and the Larks are on the board. It is 4-1.
Drives it to right for an RBI single, and that brings up Soberanis back to the top of the Larks order. BJ's have a very ready
That single by Remy will bring the top of the Larks batting order to the plate. Hitting will be the second baseman, number 1, Jonathan Soberanis. First pitch by Beatty.
Soberanis from Angelo State and Soxy, Texas.
1-0 the count on Soberanis. Comes the second pitch. Low, and it is ball 2.
BJ's have that bullpen loaded for bear tonight.
Comes the 2-0 by Beatty to Soberanis. Outside, ball 3.
First base dugout down to the right.
Comes the 3-0 by Beatty. Right down the middle for a strike.
Baseball and KSCB thanks in part to Madden Oil, B&S Storage, Liberal Animal Hospital.
Comes the 3-1 by Beatty to Soberanis. Ground ball. Chopper fielded by Tier. Tier cannot field it cleanly. I don't know that he would have gotten Soberanis if he had fielded cleanly. I believe that will be a base hit for Soberanis. Yes, indeed, it will be a base hit. Remy advances to second base. With 2 down in the 5th, there will be a mound visit for the BJs. The designated hitter, number 6, Nick Jones, will be coming to the plate for the Larks with 2 men on and 2 men out here in the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th. BJ's won 3 of 4 here in Hayes 2 years ago. Last year lost 2 of 3.
And the mound visit is over, and Beatty is back to work, ready to deliver the first pitch to Nick Jones. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
0-1 the count. Right hand hitting Nick Jones. 0 of 2 last night. 0 of 2 tonight after 3 hits last night.
Here comes the 0-1 by Sam Beatty. Ground ball down the third base line and foul. Count is 0-2 on the Larks designated hitter.
Comes the stretch from the lefty. And Beatty. Brisbane, Australia. Panhandle State.
Comes the 0-2 to Jones. Fouled it back, and he stays alive.
Playing in Derby tonight. Hayesville and Derby played in Hayesville last night. Now in Derby. Hayesville leads Derby 6-0 after 3 of Hayes Lumber's scoreboard.
Jones back into the box. Beatty in the stretch, gets his sign and comes set. Ready to deliver the 0-2. Jones pops it up into center field, shallow. Coming in is Crossman. Crossman makes the play to retire the side. For the Larks in the bottom of the 5th, they score 1 run on 3 hits, no liberal errors, and 2 men left on base. The end of 5 complete. It is Liberal 4, Larks 1. And we're back here on the Larks Network, ready for the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Hayes will be right-hander number 23, Dylan Schneider. Schneider out of University of Texas at Arlington will face the Liberal 5, 6, and 7 hitters, starting out with Austin Ott, the designated hitter. First pitch, breaking ball inside for a strike. 0-1.
Dylan pitched an inning so far this year. We'll have 2 runners.
Comes the second delivery, curve ball swung on and missed, and it is quickly 0-2 on the BJ DH. Schneider delivers. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Coming to the plate now for Liberal with 1 on, nobody out, be the third baseman, number 27, Gage Tier. 1 for 2 on the evening. Has an RBI. Comes the first pitch. Ground ball off a third base. And it will be a base hit. Ott will move into third, and the first 2 men are on here in the BJ 6th. Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the catcher, number 37, Kyle Schmidt. Runners on the corners, nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Schneider comes set, delivers the first pitch. High for a ball. Comes the 1-0 by Dylan. Fly ball into right field. Boston ranges over. Does not catch it, but it is a foul ball. Wind is wreaking havoc on balls in the air tonight. Moves the count to 1-1 on the BJ catcher. Comes the 1-1 from Schneider. Line drive, center field. Gibbons has it. Steps and throws. Very good throw. And the runner will hold at third. Schmidt is the first out of the inning on the fly ball to center field. Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be the second baseman, number 4, Brennan Rhodes. Rhodes 0 for 1, sacrificed a couple runners over in the 4th. Schneider comes set and delivers. Foul ball down the third base line. It is 0-1. Comes the pitch by Schneider. And time is called before the pitch is delivered. Rhodes back into the box. Schneider set again. And delivers. In there for a strike. And it is 0-2 on Brennan Rhodes. Schneider set, delivers the 0-2. Reaches out and fouls it off back. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. BJ's leading 4-1. All 4 were scored in the top of the 1st inning. Schneider comes set, delivers the 0-2 once again. Outside, Gangwish will catch and throw to first. Tier is back in safely. Count is 1-2.
Runners at the corners, 1 out. It's 4-1. BJ's lead the Larks. They haven't scored since the first. Since that Lark run is coming.
Comes the 1-2 by Schneider. Fly ball deep into right. Boston comes in, fields, will fire home. It's going to be close. Gangwish cannot field the play.
Ott goes tumbling home,
and Ott scores to make it 5-1.
Boston did a great job. He got behind.
Very nice throw by Boston. If you're Mikey Gangwish, you have to field that ball and get the tag down. Could have prevented a run. Anyway, it is 5-1 Liberal on the sac fly.
Here's Chad Kennedy.
Coming to the plate now for Liberal with 2 down will be the right fielder, Chad Kennedy.
Outside, throw to first, runners back.
Ball misses 1-0.
Now runner on first, 2 out, 5-1 BJ. Schneider made 24 relief appearances at UTA this year.
1-0 to Kennedy, runner on first base. Pitch by Schneider, swung on and missed for a ball, 1-0.
At 0-2 tonight, he struck out looking in the second, rounded the second in the fourth. Runner on first, 2 outs, pitch to Kennedy.
Comes the 1-1. Runner goes.
Runner little tap towards
Ground ball fielded by Remy. Remy fields and throws to first to retire the side. Liberal gets 1 run on a pair of hits. No errors by the Larks and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 5-1 Liberal. And we're back here on the Larks Network, ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Larks will be the right fielder, number 16, Jacob Boston. 3-4-5 due up for Hayes in the 6th. Sam Beatty back to the mound, delivers the first pitch, swung on and missed. Looks like it caught the catcher, Schmidt, comes hobbling off to the right side. 0-1 the count on Boston. Umpire will give Schmidt a moment to collect himself. Boston back in the box. Here comes the 0-1 by Beatty. In there, and it is 0 and 2.
0-2. Wind continues to blow in. Near the game with the 5-1 lead. You should assume it stay there. Wind is blown in for every BJ game. Home and away.
0 and 2 to Boston. Here comes the delivery.
Fastball.
High and a little in. It is 1 and 2 on the Larks right fielder. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out looking in the fourth and grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first. Comes the 1-2 from Beatty. High again. Evens the count at 2.
There's now activity in the BJ bullpen. Out of play to the right.
Beatty ready. Delivers the 2-2. Curveball fouled straight back by Jacob. And it remains 2 and 2. And nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Jacob Boston, the leadoff hitter for the Larks, trailing 5-1 in tonight's contest. Beatty delivers the 2-2. Boston swings and misses, and he is down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Beatty records the strikeout. His third
Coming to the plate now for Hayes with 1 out in the sixth will be the first baseman, number 27, Spencer Packard.
Spencer grounded to first in the first and singled in the fourth.
Packard is 1 for 2 on the evening with a single in the fourth. First pitch by Beatty. Low for a ball.
Arizona Western, native of Tucson, Arizona Packard.
Comes the 1-0.
Lefty.
Ground ball right to the second baseman, Rhodes. Rhodes fields, fires to first,
Out number 2.
and that is the second out.
Brings up Alex Weiss.
Coming to the plate for Hayes with 2 outs. In the sixth will be the third baseman, number 20, Alex Weiss. Weiss is 0 for 2 tonight, grounded to the shortstop and flew to the right fielder.
Right side, 0-2. Third baseman for the Larks.
Comes the first pitch by Beatty.
Pitch from Beatty is
Off speed, in there for a strike, 0 and 1.
0-1. Beatty.
Comes the pitch by Beatty.
Recent innings.
Ground ball to the third baseman, Tier. Tier
Back to get it.
fields and fires across the diamond in time, and the inning
1-2.
is over. The Larks go 1-2-3, and we are through 6 complete. Larks trail 5-1. And we're back here, ready for the top of the 7th inning. Dylan Schneider back to the mound. Leading off for Liberal will be Nate Crossman, the leadoff hitter for Liberal. 0-1 the count. First pitch was a strike by Schneider. Ground ball over Schneider. Soberanis fields but has no play. And yet again, the Liberal leadoff hitter is on base.
That brings up Zach Cook, playing shortstop tonight. Jaron Robinson had a bit of a sore hand. Coach Parker says it's nothing serious. He gave him the night off tonight.
Zach Cook steps into the box, takes the first Schneider delivery for a strike. It is 0-1.
Still Wednesday night. Looking for a night to give Jaron Robinson a night off.
Dylan Schneider works out of the stretch. Comes set, delivers the 0-1 to Zach Cook. Runner goes, ball is chopped to Remy. Remy fields, throws, and gets Cook at first for the first out of the inning. Works as well as a sacrifice for Liberal. Runner advances to second base. Coming to play now for Liberal will be the third baseman, number 8, Cale O'Donnell. 1 out, runner on second for Liberal in the top of the 7th, leading 5-1. First delivery by Schneider. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Gangwish will run out to the mound to have a quick visit with Schneider. Looks like he was a little crossed up on that first delivery.
Remember, they had that 17-inning game with the former pro players, the Stars, which they won and advanced on to the championship.
O'Donnell back into the box. Schneider comes set, looks at second base, delivers the 0-1. Low and away, 1-1 the count.
1-1 the count. DJ's trying to get to 4-3. Boy, win tonight really make you feel good. Tomorrow you're almost at the house.
Comes the 1-1. Fouled off out of play. Moves the count to 1-2.
Win this one tonight. You leave Hayes no worse than 4-3. I'm sorry, this is classic league until somebody else proves them wrong. The way they dominate.
Schneider comes set and delivers the 1-2 high and away, 2-2 to the BJ first baseman. He's 1 for 3 on the evening with an RBI double back in the 4-run first.
They came here and lost all 4 games. You always fear something like that. Really
Schneider delivers high, and the count is full.
2 now to O'Donnell. Get this one, no worse than 4-4 heading out to Southwest tomorrow night. 3-2. Runner on second, 1 out, 5-1 BJ.
Schneider comes, steps off the mound. Dylan Schneider gets his sign from Gangwish. Comes set, delivers the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off, and Cale O'Donnell will remain alive.
A lot of torque into that swing. Foul tipped it, still 3-2. Runner on second base.
Liberal has a runner on second base, 1 out. Here comes the 3-2 to O'Donnell. Line drive into right field, base hit. Will hold Crossman at third base, and there are runners on the corners with 1 out here in the 7th.
Hit sharply to the right, hit the field, straight up in the air. For a moment, Parker was saying, hey, let's score. And Boston
Coming to the plate now for Liberal will be
stop sign.
the left fielder, number 23, Garrett Scott.
More activity in the Larks bullpen sitting down.
There will be a conference on the mound between the Larks infielders. As the BJ 4-hole comes to the plate. 2 for 3 so far in tonight's contest. 2 singles and a run scored.
New Mexico is warming up.
Comes the first pitch by Schneider. Breaking ball high. It is 1-0.
Pitch to Garrett Scott is ball 1-0. Scott bats.
1-0 count to Scott. Schneider delivers.
Here in the 7th. 5-1 BJ.
Another ball high. 2-0.
About 3/4 arm length. Comes across his body. His right-hand hitter seems to be difficult. Scott standing straight.
Comes the 2-0. Swung on and missed on the breaking ball. 2-1. Runners on the corners for Liberal here with 1 out in the 7th. Schneider set and delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed again. Evens the count at 2.
2-2 the count. Infield is now covered in shade, so is most of the outfield. A little bit of sun shining off the left field ball and the center field ball.
Comes the
Fly ball to
2-2. Fly ball to Boston. Boston catches it. Will throw.
He is safe.
Relay is not in time, and there's a sac fly, and it is 6-1 Liberal.
Sacrifice fly, Garrett Scott. Boston, the way he could run, that's what made that happen. Well played. They got it to the cutoff man. Quickly got it in the angle. That brings up Austin Ott. 6-1 DJs.
Brings it to the plate. Number 14, designated hitter Austin Ott swings through the first pitch for a strike.
Strike one. BJ Baseball, KSCB 1270. Brought to you in part by
Runner on first base, 2 outs for the BJs. Second pitch, fly ball into right field will be foul and out of play.
0-2. With that movement out there, I'm now able to see Harner, who had been warming up for BJ.
0-2 to Ott. Here comes the delivery. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded by Remy. Remy flips to Soberanis. And that is the inning. However, Liberal gets another run on 2 hits. No Larks errors and 1 man left on. After 6.5, Liberal leads your Hayes Larks 6-1. And we are back here on the Larks Network, ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off will be Trevor Boone. Sam Beatty back to the mound. Throws a curveball for a strike. And it is 0-1 on the Larks left fielder. Boone swings through the second pitch, and it is quickly 0-2. Beatty out of the windup, takes a breath, comes set, and delivers. Boone grounds a ball to the shortstop, Cook. Cook fields, fires to first, and that is the first out of the inning. Boone is 0 for 3 tonight. Coming to the plate now for Hayes is the center fielder, number 4, Keone Gibbons. He is 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of singles. Scored the lone Larks run in the 5th on the RBI by Max Remy. Comes the first pitch by Beatty. Looks to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball outside. Comes the first pitch. Excuse me, the second pitch. It is fouled out of play, and it is 1-1. Comes the 1-1 from Beatty. Squares to bunt again, pulls it back again, and takes ball 2. 2-1 the count. Here it comes. Taken for a strike. Evens the count at 2. Here's the 2-2 to Gibbons. Gibbons ground to the third baseman tier. Fields throws to O'Donnell. And there are 2 gone in the Larks' 7th. Coming to the plate for Hayes with 2 down in the 7th will be the catcher, number 18, Mikey Gangwish. He is 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Nobody on. First pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1. Line drive up the middle for a base hit, and Gangwish reaches with the 2-out single. That single extends the inning and brings to the plate the shortstop, number 5, Max Remy. 1 for 2 on the evening, grounded into a double play, and drove in the Larks' run in the 5th with a single. Steps to the plate with runner on first base and 2 outs. Here comes the first delivery by Beatty, in there for a strike. Beatty works out of the stretch, comes set and delivers the 0-1. Low for a ball. Gangwish will take off. Throw to second base is not in time. And Gangwish advances to second on the guess pass ball by Schmidt. Runner in scoring position now for Max Remy. 1-1 count. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Beatty will come set and delivers. Max Remy ground ball to Rhodes. Rhodes steps over Fields, throws to O'Donnell, and the Larks are retired in the 7th. Scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 7 innings. Liberal BJ's 6, Hayes Larks 1. Welcome back to Hayes, Kansas. We are through 7 complete. Getting ready for the top of the 8th. Liberal leading 6-1 tonight. Leading off for the BJs will be the third baseman, number 27, Gage Tier. Comes the new pitcher for the Larks will be number 30, Chad Smith. Smith took the loss on Wednesday night against Dodge. His first pitch is in there for strike 1. Comes the second pitch. Ground ball right to Weiss. Weiss fields, throws, and the first out of the inning is recorded. Coming to the plate for Liberal, the catcher, number 37, Kyle Schmidt. 1 for 3 on the evening. Comes the first pitch by Smith, in there for a strike. Comes the 0-1 from Smith. Fly ball right field will be foul and out of play. Count is 0-2. Smith comes set and delivers the 0-2 to Schmidt. Chopper off the plate. Smith fields and throws for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for Liberal with 2 down will be the second baseman, number 4, Brennan Rhodes. Rhodes is 0 for 1 with 2 sacrifices, including a sac fly and an RBI in the 6th. First delivery by Smith, grounded up the middle. Soberanis fields, throws, and that is the inning. Liberal goes quietly into the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom. Larks still trail 6-1. And we're back here at Larks Park for the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the order for Hayes. Second baseman, number 1, Jonathan Soberanis to the plate. Sam Beatty back to the mound for his 8th inning of work. First pitch. Soberanis pulls back a bunt attempt, and the count is 1-0. Comes the 1-0 on the outside corner for a strike. Jonathan 2 for 3 this evening with a pair of singles. Comes the 1-1. Low and in the dirt for ball number 2. Comes the 2-1 by Beatty. Swung on and missed by Soberanis, who ends up on a knee. Evens the count at 2. Beatty out of the windup delivers the 2-2. Ball high, and the count is now full on the Larks' second baseman. Comes the payoff pitch by Beatty. Curveball put into fair play. Will be a tough play for the fielder, Kyle Schmidt. He cannot barehand it, and that will be the third single of the night by Jonathan Soberanis, an infield hit. And the leadoff man is on for the Larks. Coming to the plate, the designated hitter, number 6, Nick Jones. Jones is 0 for 3 so far tonight after a 3 for 4 performance last evening. Beatty will now work out of the stretch, comes set and delivers the pitch. Ball is low, and it is 1-0. Comes the 1-0 by Beatty. Ball is in there for strike number 1. Soberanis leads from first. Beatty comes set and delivers on the corner, and it is 1-2 to Nick Jones. Here comes the 1-2. Jones fouls it off back into the netting, and it is remains 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Beatty. Nick Jones fouls it off and stays alive. Larks needing base runners and needing a lot of them. Down to their final 6 outs this evening. Still 1-2. Jones steps back into the box. Beatty delivers. Ground ball. Chopper to third baseman. Tier will have no play but first base. Throws, and Jones is retired for the first out in the 8th. Coming to the plate now for Hayes with a runner on second base and 1 out will be the right fielder, number 16, Jacob Boston. Beatty now steps off the mound. In the stretch, gets his sign, comes set, and delivers the first pitch to Jacob Boston. Time is called. Pitch will not count. Beatty is set and now will deliver the first pitch of the at-bat. Boston fouls it off down the right side. It is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Beatty to Boston. Ball is low, and it is 1-1. Comes the 1-1 pitch to the Larks right fielder. Runner on second base. Curveball, check swing, fouled off. Count is 1-2.
1-2 the count. Second road game of the year for the BJs. Playing the first 5 at home. Remember, a week ago tonight, we were rained out in Dodge City. They'll make that up July 5th. I said earlier, the BJs didn't have a rain out. Of course, they did the weekend.
Beatty comes set, delivers the 1-2.
1-2.
Ball is a little bit outside, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second base here for the Larks. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing 6-1.
Runner on second, 1 out.
Here comes the 2-2. Ball is in the dirt and low.
Blocked by Schmidt.
Boston works the count full.
BJ Baseball on KSCB here tonight, thanks in part to Southern Office Supply, Klondike Transport, Liberal Liquor, K. Weiss and Associates.
Beatty gets his sign, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch to Jacob Boston. Boston fouls it off over to the right side, and we will do it again at 3-2.
Marner's still up in the bullpen, so he is ready if needed.
Here comes the 3-2 again from Sam Beatty. Low, and that is a walk. Boston reaches, and there are runners on first and second with 1 out here in the 8th.
First walk Beatty has issued all night.
Bringing to the plate the first baseman, number 27, Spencer Packard.
Now it's Spencer Packard up the bat.
Packard is 1 for 3 tonight. And here comes the Liberal pitching coach, Brad Powell, to meet with Beatty.
Coach Parker, I see walking down to the end of the dugout and walking toward Marner to check on the progress of the bullpen. Near the long walk, you do a right little short walk over to the right. Send something quick to the corner.
And after the mound visit, it appears as Beatty will remain to face at least one more hitter. As I was saying, Packard 1 for 3 on the evening. He singled in the 4th, but was stranded there. Beatty out of the stretch, comes set and delivers. It is low for a ball. Nice block by the catcher, Kyle Schmidt, to prevent the runners from advancing. Packard is ready for the 1-0. Spencer checks his swing, does not go, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Spencer looking for his pitch, now up 2-0 on the count. Beatty comes set and delivers. Ball is low, and the count is 3-0 on the Larks' first baseman.
One ball away from loading the bases.
Beatty will come set and deliver the 3-0. Ball is low again, and that is ball 4. Bases are loaded. That will be it for Sam Beatty tonight.
We'll take a break. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Al Shank Insurance.
Will be a Liberal call to the bullpen. We will be right back. And we are back here on the Larks Network. New pitcher for the BJs will be number 40, Chance Carner, junior right-hander out of Murray State. Will come in a little bit of a jam. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Larks in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alex Weiss will be the hitter looking to cut into that 5-run Liberal lead. All 3 runners on are Beatty's responsibility here as Carner comes set, ready to deliver the first pitch to Weiss. Ball is in the dirt, and it is 1-0 to the Larks' third baseman. Weiss is 0 for 3 tonight, grounded to the shortstop, flew to the right fielder, and grounded to the third baseman. Here comes the 1-0 from Carner. Fly ball, fouled off and out of play down the right-hand side to even the count at 1. Weiss steps back into the box. Carner comes set and is ready to deliver the 1-1. Weiss, ground ball, base hit into left field. Here comes 1 run. Here comes the 2nd run, and it is a 2 RBI single for Alex Weiss. Cuts the Liberal lead to 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bringing to the plate, the left fielder, number 32, Trevor Boone. The tying run for the Larks is at the plate here in the 8th. Still 1 out. Both of those runs are charged to Sam Beatty. Here comes the first pitch to Boone. Boone swings and misses at a ball high, and it is 0-1. Comes the 0-1 from Carner. Ball is low, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 from Carner. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. 6-3, Liberal leads. Boone takes fastball on the outside corner. Count is 1-2.
Weiss on first. 6-3 BJ's in the 8th.
And time is called as Schmidt runs out to the mound to have a word with Carner.
BJ's in the 9th will have Kennedy, Crossman, and Cook
And they are ready for baseball again. Boone in the box, the 1-2 pitch from Carner. There is a line drive single into right field. Here comes Spencer Packard to the plate. The throw is cut off, and it is 6-4. Liberals' lead is cut to 2 on the RBI single by Trevor Boone. Here come the Hayes Larks in the 8th with 1 out. Back-to-back singles bringing in runs. Bringing to the plate for Hayes with runners on the corners will be center fielder number 4, Keone Givens. Pinch hitting for the Larks will be number 15, Clayton Raspberry. 7 for 14 on the summer. Here comes the first pitch by Carner. Strike. Comes the 0-1 from Carner.
The 0-1 from Carter.
Raspberry, he singles into right field. There comes another one. It is 6-5, Liberal. That is the fourth run of the inning, third straight hit for the Larks, and the lead is cut to 1.
Activity in their bullpen. It is Derek Kraft. Now
Still only 1 out in the 8th inning. Raspberry comes through in the pinch hit spot. Mikey Gangwish coming to the plate.
2 sac bunt, 2 singles.
Runners on first and second, 1 out. Gangwish, the hitter, first pitch swung on and missed.
That may have crossed up Schmidt. He called time and immediately ran out to the mound. DJ's clinging. 6-5 lead in the 8th. Led 6-1 coming into the 8th. Beatty allowed a single, then a ground out. He walked 2 straight guys. Then Carter's come in.
What a rally by the Larks here in the bottom of the 8th. Already 4 across. Tying run at second base with 1 out. Gangwish down 0-1 in the count. Here comes Carter's delivery. Swung on, missed again.
Pinch hitter on deck circle.
Mikey down 0-2 in the count. Just 1 out here in the 8th. 6-5 Liberal. Comes the 0-2 by Carner.
Here's the stretch of the pitch.
Gangwish swings and misses, and he is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Will be the 9th man to the plate for the Larks. Be another pinch hitter for the Larks. Be Jace Selzer coming to bat
Last night as well.
for Max Remy, looking to bring in the tying run. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Tying run on
Carner comes set, delivers.
Carter.
Ball gets away from Schmidt, and the runners will advance to second and third on the wild pitch.
Now the tying runs on third. Lead run in the 8th is on second. But one more out.
1-0 is the count to Jace Selzer here. Go-ahead run is now in scoring position after the wild pitch. 4 already in for the Larks here in the 8th. The 1-0 from Carner. Ground ball to the first baseman, O'Donnell. He will field, and that is the inning.
Hayes is back in.
Larks put up 4 runs in the 8th.
They do that on
We go to the 9th inning. Larks still trailing
no fair
6-5. And we are back here on the Larks Network in Hayes, Kansas. We are going to the ninth. Liberal is clinging to a 6-5 lead now after the Larks played 4 in the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the Larks will be number 7, Brad Sugg, a junior right-hander out of Texas Wesleyan. He will face... First batter will be the right fielder, number 12, Chad Kennedy, be the 9-1 and 2 men up. First pitch misses for a ball. Comes the 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play to field. Spins but cannot get Kennedy, and it is a leadoff single. Brings up the top of the order, Nate Crossman. Couple of changes. It looks like Jacob Boston moves to shortstop. Comes the first pitch by Sugg. Outside for a ball. Comes the 1-0 by Sugg. Crossman looking to bunt. Fouls it off, and it is 1-1. Comes the 1-1. Tries to drop down the bunt again. Cannot get it down. Count moves to 1-2. Gangwish throws to first. Kennedy is back in time. Packard moves to left field for Hayes. Kind of hard to find all the defensive changes. They spread everybody around, it looks like. Comes the 1-2 to Crossman. Ground ball to the third baseman. Over to Soberana, second. Holds, and they will get the fielder's choice. Coming to the plate now for Liberal is Zach Cook. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Comes the 0-1 from Sugg. Runner goes. Gangwish fires to second. Ball is there in time. Guns him down at second base for the second out of the inning. It's a very nice throw by Mikey Gangwish, and Crossman is out. 2 down in the ninth inning. 0-1 to Zach Cook. Brad Sugg delivers. There's a ball in a line into left field. Will drop in front of Boone for a base hit. Bringing to the plate, Liberal first baseman, number 3, Cale O'Donnell. 2 more hits tonight. Sugg comes set and delivers. Swung on and missed. Gangwish will fire to first. Low throw. It is picked nicely by Jay Selzer to prevent an advance. Count is 0-1 on O'Donnell. Here comes the 0-1 by Sugg. Off speed in there, and it is 0-2. Larks will have the top of their order due up in the bottom of the ninth. Looking to keep Liberal off the board. Here comes the pitch by Sugg. Checks his swing. He holds off, and it is 1-2. Sugg gets his sign from Gangwish, comes, set, and delivers the 1-2. Driven into deep left center field, caught by Boone, and that is the inning. Liberal with no runs on 2 hits, no Larks errors, no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Larks with the momentum, needing 1 to stay alive. Trail the BJs 6-5. We will be right back. And we are back here at Larks Park in Hays, Kansas, getting you ready for the bottom of the ninth. Larks needing 1 run to stay alive. Will bring their 1-2-3 hitters up. New pitcher for Liberal will be Cale O'Donnell. Trent Maloney enters the game at third base, and Gage Tier moves to first. Defensive changes for Liberal. Leading off for Hays in the bottom of the ninth will be the second baseman, number 1, Jonathan Soberanis. He is 3 for 4 tonight with 3 singles. Also scored a run in the 8th inning. Looking for base runners here in Hays. Comes the first pitch of the inning by O'Donnell. In there for strike 1. Comes the 0-1 by O'Donnell, and there's a ball. It is 1-1. O'Donnell out of the windup. Delivers the 1-1. Oh, steps off the mound. Time is called. Back to the rubber. Now he delivers the 1-1 to Soberanis. Swing and a miss by Jonathan, and it is 1-2. Comes the 1-2 from O'Donnell to Soberanis. Ball is high, and the count is even at 2-2. Comes the 2-2 to Soberanis. Ball is low, and the count is now full. Good at bat by Jonathan. Looking to get on base to give the Larks a chance here in the bottom of the ninth, needing a run to stay alive. 3-2 by O'Donnell. Popped foul back and out of play. We will do it again at 3-2.
Elsewhere, after 7, Hayesville continues to lead the Derby 8-4 on the Big Lumber scoreboard.
Here comes the payoff pitch from O'Donnell. Ground ball, third baseman Maloney fires to first, and that is the first out of the ninth inning.
3-2 pitch. He got it in on the hands of Soberanis just enough. Maloney makes the play. Out for Nick Jones.
Coming to the plate with one out is the designated hitter, number 6, Nick Jones. 0 for 4 tonight. Couple of ground outs, a fly out, and a looking strikeout. Looking to get on base here to give Hayes a chance. First pitch by O'Donnell. Curveball in there for a strike, and it is 0-1. O'Donnell out of the windup, delivers. Fouled out of play, and Jones is quickly down 0-2 in the count. Jones back into the box, ready for the 0-2 delivery from Cale O'Donnell. Cale will step off the mound. Here comes the 0-2 from O'Donnell. Jones takes high, and it is 1-2. Comes the 1-2 from O'Donnell. Line drive, foul and out of play. Still 1-2 to Nick Jones. O'Donnell out of the windup. There comes the 1-2 again. Jones, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Remains 1-2.
Baseball on KSCB tonight, thanks in part to Mead Lumber, Brightbird Edward Jones, Rainbow International, Southwest Kansas, Cedar Media, CD Wine Insurance. Ball and two strikes
to Nick Jones. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball, caught by the shortstop Cook, and the Larks are down to their final out of the night. Coming to the plate, representing the last chance for Hayes, will be the shortstop, number 16, Jacob Boston. Comes the first pitch to Boston. Boston takes the first pitch low for ball number 1. Still looking for a base runner here in the ninth. Comes the second pitch. Swung on and missed by Boston. Count is 1-1. Comes the 1-1 from O'Donnell. Curveball swung on and missed again by Boston, and the Larks are down to their final strike. Here comes the... O'Donnell will take a time. Back on the rubber out of the windup. Here comes the 1-2 to Boston. Curveball low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for Hayes in the bottom of the ninth inning, trailing 6-5. Jacob Boston represents the last chance for the Larks. Comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that is the ball game. Larks score no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and that is it. BJ's take game 2, 6-5. We will be right back here on the Larks Network to wrap up from Larks Park. And we're back here on the Larks Network. Larks fall 6-5 to the Liberal BJs tonight. Winning pitcher Sam Beatty goes 7 1/3, gives up 9 hits, 4 runs, strikes out 3. Losing pitcher for the Larks tonight is number 19 Walter Pennington, 5 innings, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, strikes out 4. Larks had a chance to tie this one in the bottom of the 8th, had runners on second and third. However, Jace Selzer grounded out to the first baseman to end the threat, and the Larks could not muster anything in the 9th. We will be back in action tomorrow night at 7 right here at Larks Park for Game 3, the rubber match of this series between the Liberal BJs and your Hayes Larks. Make sure to go on to hayslarks.org for tomorrow night's game live. Also, make sure to follow us, Hayes Larks, on social media at Hayes Larks Baseball on Twitter, the Hayes Larks on Facebook, and Hayes Larks on YouTube for coverage on this season. Once again, Larks fall tonight to the BJs 6-5. We will be back tomorrow night, 6:45 for pregame and 7 for first pitch. Good night from Hayes, Kansas.